Whoa, 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 whoa. When you first step into Mount Dora, you get that immediate feeling of a real southern town. The historic buildings bring you back in time, and the southern hospitality greets you immediately. It definitely wants to make you explore all of the cute little stores and the fabulous restaurants and the delicious food. Oh my God. So Mount Dora. Mount Dora, it's a beautiful little town that is located in the heart of Central Florida. It is about 1 hour from Orlando and about 2 hours from Tampa. In my opinion, it should be called Mount Dorable because it is simply adorable. Having said that, not everybody knows about the adventurous side of Mount Dora. Did you know you can do Segway tours, hydroplane tours, boat tours, you can even go wakeboarding, and of course, our favorite, the cat boat tours. I don't know about you, but I didn't know what a cat boat was until I went to Mount Dora this last time. I still don't know how to explain it, but let me try. It basically looks like they put together 2 surfboards and it has a motor engine on the back and it goes really fast, or at least it feels like it goes really fast. And you're going right over Lake Dora, which is full of alligators. But, we'll tell you a little bit more about that later. Today, I'm going to be your tour guide. I am teacher Catalina, and I'm a Spanish teacher. But right now, I am on summer vacation. So I'm going to be sharing all of the places that I visit with you. This video is in English, and I will have another one that will be released, and it will be in Spanish. And by the way, if you want to learn Spanish, I have over 150 videos that you can use to start learning or practicing your Spanish. Let's start exploring Mount Dora. So right now we are at the Lakeside Inn, right next to Lake Dora, and it is absolutely breathtaking. The day is gorgeous, it's still early, and the weather is beautiful. We should go check out the lake. So we're only gonna be able to get to this part of the dock. I heard that the rest of it was damaged by one of the hurricanes that came a couple of years ago, but this gives us just a beautiful view of Lake Dora. And I think these people are going to go on
Yeah, they're going on this boat tour and it takes you around the lake, and it's really something special this early in the morning where you have the sunrise just before you and it's not too hot yet.
I know, the weather is beautiful. It's breezy and comfortable. So we had a bit of a wait for breakfast, so that's why we decided to go to the lake and check it out. But it seems it's time to go eat, and I am certainly starving, and I've heard that the breakfast here at the Lakeside Inn is absolutely delicious. When you step into the lobby of the Lakeside Inn, you can admire all of these beautiful photographs and artifacts that take you back in time, the way the hotel was back in the day. This beautiful hotel was built in 1883, and it is the oldest continuously operating hotel in the state of Florida. So we're finally having breakfast.
Oh yes, and the coffee is good.
The coffee is very good. And I see people already boating in one of those cat boats, which we're excited to try as well. Ooh, that looks delicious.
And the eggs Benedict.
Thank you.
Grab some more coffee.
Thank you so much. This looks really good. So I had the farmer's omelet, and I think these are the eggs Benedict. Look at the mushrooms. I love them. Okay, look at this farmer's omelet. It's totally full of veggies and ham and that buttermilk biscuit. The entire property is surrounded by huge moss-draped oak trees. So now that we had breakfast, let's go ahead and head into town to see what we can find and the things that we can see. I'm hoping that the little stores and the little cafes are already open. Everybody seems to have woken up and everybody seems to be active. So let's go check it out. Let's take one more walk through the lake, and it seems people here are already talking about the sunset. Again, Mount Dora is famous for their sunsets, and I cannot wait to see it. I'm super excited too that we have an activity planned for the sunset. Not today, but tomorrow. And we can't wait to share that with you. Let's find out if that sunset is everything the locals talk about. So one of the things that Mount Dora is famous for is for these beautiful little stores that have all sorts of beautiful things. And one of my favorite ones is this one that's called the Checkered Moon. They have some of the most cutest things that I have ever seen. And they're also super nice. Every time we've come in, the service is fantastic and the things that they sell are so unique. So how about we go check it in together? Let's check it out. Look how beautiful it is. You can find all sorts of unique things. Look how colorful. It also smells incredibly amazing. And it's very much Florida themed. Lots of things from Florida, and we tend to buy a lot of the things for our house right here. And this little kids section is just adorable. I remember when our little one was little, we used to get a lot of the things here. Look at this, adorable books. A lot of Florida themed things. Absolutely beautiful, and I could spend hours and hours looking at all of the beautiful things that they have here. The charming downtown is lined with historic buildings, quaint little shops and boutiques, coffee shops, antique stores, and all sorts of restaurants with different types of cuisines, from Italian to German to Indian, Florida classics, and seafood. If you really like this video, go ahead and smash that like button. It really helps me bring this video to more people around the world.
Hearts were never meant to be alone. They're always at their best when someone's close. No one sees the best things that you did. Everyone's so stuck up in their head, but every heart remembers a love's first kiss. A soul that cared enough just to forgive. If we could take a look at what's inside.
So we are now at the Donnelly house, right in the center of Mount Dora. And the Donnelly house is this beautiful Queen Anne style yellow house that was built back in the day in, I believe it was 1893. It is a Queen Anne style home that was built by John Donnelly for his wife as a gift. And I have to say, this is quite the gift, don't you think? It is absolutely beautiful. It is in the National Register of Historic Places in the United States. It is not open to the public. However, you can stop by and admire everything about it. Its architecture, its details, its colors, and just imagine the life of John Donnelly and his wife right here in Mount Dora. Nowadays, it is a Masonic temple, so again, it's not open to the public, but you can still come and check it out. After all, it's in the National Register of Historic Places in the United States. Definitely worth checking it out. So we're now gonna go down Donnelly Street, which is right in the downtown of Mount Dora. And as you can see, there's all sorts of stores and beautiful cafes and restaurants. If you look up here, there's that rooftop cafe that has really yummy food, and you can kind of overlook the downtown area. It is already noon, so as you can see now, it is pretty packed with people. People have kind of come out to have late brunch or even lunch. One of the coolest stores in Mount Dora is FYI Creations. We talked to Ronnie, the owner, who told us that he and his wife make the famous chill sticks from driftwood from the springs. They love to give this wood a second life. This wood has been in the spring water for hundreds of years to be corroded like this to later become chill sticks in their new life. When we asked Ronnie to tell us what a chill stick is, he told us that a chill stick is basically a decorative art piece that incorporates driftwood from the great outdoors, embellished with ambient accent pieces to set a relaxing mood. They are really cool pieces. The FYI Gallery store is set up to guide the visitor through a journey. Each room is different, and every item is unique and beautiful. So Mount Dora is not only a place to see historic places, look at beautiful shops and restaurants. Another thing that I love is that it's surrounded by this nature everywhere you go. You've seen Lake Dora, you've seen some of the boardwalks, and right now we are at Elizabeth Evans Park, and we're just gonna kind of hang out here for a little bit. They even have a hammock, and I cannot resist a hammock. So I am going to go ahead and just chill here and watch the boats go by while we wait a little bit for our next adventure. Even if you flip over, sometimes that's part of the fun. So we took a little drive, about 12 minutes from Mount Dora to Tavares, and we're still in front of Lake Dora, and here you can take the hydroplanes and kind of explore Lake Dora as well. We came to the other side of the lake because we are going to go ahead and go on a boat tour. It's called Dora Cruise, and we're gonna take it from here and explore the area this way. So the Dora Queen is a luxury 80-foot New Orleans style paddle wheel boat, and it is out of Tavares, Florida, which again, we're at Lake Dora here. They offer all sorts of cruises. They have today a 2-hour cruise that we're gonna go ahead and get on, and we're gonna go ahead and explore. We're gonna see the majestic views of the beautiful Lake Dora from the comfort of this beautiful boat. We are in the middle of Lake Dora, enjoying the views, the live music upstairs, and the breeze. It's just phenomenal. Look how beautiful and intricate this paddle wheel is. We are heading down to dinner, but as you can see, we are in the middle of a typical Central Florida thunderstorm. So this happens pretty much every afternoon during the summer, and it should clear up. But since we're going to dinner, it doesn't matter. We just gotta make sure we have our umbrella, and let's make it to the restaurant. So let's go. While we're on our way to the restaurant, let me tell you that if you're not from Florida, or if you haven't been here during the summer months, the weather can be very unpredictable. These thunderstorms come out of nowhere. However, they tend to clear up quickly, and you can continue on with your day. Don't forget to take shelter when you see lightning, but don't worry, it will clear out soon and you can continue on with your adventure. We had dinner at Gianni's Italiano restaurant. The service was awesome, the fresh bread was to die for, and the dinner was delicious. We are at the port of Mount Dora, or as the locals call it, the Lighthouse Park. And as you can see, there is this tiny little lighthouse, and it is one out of 3 freshwater lighthouses in Florida. But the locals really wanted it to help the boaters come into town. And now it's right here in this beautiful park. And as you can see, we're right in front of Lake Dora, and the sunset should be taking place pretty soon. As you can see, this is truly a sunset you do not want to miss. A lot of the locals congregate in this area every day to see the sun come down. The park's lakefront views are ideal for photographers and videographers looking to capture the area's fantastic beauty. So make sure that you get there early so that you can find the best spot. And just as we were leaving, we spotted a little gator here in the water also enjoying the sunset. There's all sorts of fishes jumping around as well. And here he goes, swimming away, swimming into the sunset. Okay, so it's still early. Welcome to Mount Dora, day 2. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take advantage that people are still sleeping in and the streets are not crowded yet. And we're gonna go check out some of the murals that locals have set that have popped up. Some beautiful art that has popped up throughout the city. So let's go see what we find. I love when Mount Dora is full of people, and everybody around here is pretty friendly, but when the streets are empty at this time in the morning and it's about 8:30, 9 a.m., you really have the city all to yourself. And it's a different kind of beautiful. Now I can already see some color, brightening up the city right in the middle of the alleys. That is absolutely true. You do meet the nicest people here. And again, these are just in some of the little alleyways that you can find, some of the little alleys that you can find in Mount Dora. I really love how such a historic place like Mount Dora also appreciates urban art and all of these murals that are popping out throughout the city. It really brings so much color and so much life into this cute little town. All right guys, so we're gonna go ahead and leave downtown Mount Dora, which is literally right here on the corner, and we're just gonna take a little walk down this road because there is a house that we wanna show you. And you're gonna see quite the view and how it was done. Of course, there was a bit of a ruffle between the owner and the city, and we're gonna tell you a little bit more about that in a second, but first we wanna go ahead and kinda show you the masterpiece. So here it is. And again, it's just a few minute walk from downtown Mount Dora. The original painting obviously didn't have Mount Dora, but as you can see, they've added right here, right into the masterpiece that this house is. This house is appropriately named the Van Gogh house. Now, the locals and a couple of newspapers that we read informed us that this house was painted this way because the family that lives there has a special needs son. And this gentleman loves Starry Night. Therefore, the family wanted to paint the house this way to give him comfort. Nowadays, the house sits on the outskirts of downtown Mount Dora and you cannot miss it. It's blue and it is a clear representation of Van Gogh's Starry Night with a twist of Mount Dora. So let's head to the farmer's market, try to get some breakfast and some coffee so that we can continue exploring Mount Dora. And you can see the farmer's market's already set up, so let's go check it out. There's all sorts of local vendors, oysters, fruits, handmade things, crafts. Let's go see what we find. Fresh pasta. Looks beautiful. This gentleman was commenting how he was so happy that we showed up in the morning to record when his stand and his fruits and his vegetables looked perfectly organized before the end of the market, when everything tends to either sell out or it can get a little bit messy. That looks really interesting.
You know, it'd be perfect for your mom's birthday.
That would be actually pretty awesome. Oh my gosh, is he making them by hand?
Yep.
Wow.
Making a broom just like they did back in the 1800s. Like this one right here was always round. And so the Shakers actually invented this broom press back in the 1800s. This actually was the first designed in 1878 so that the Shakers can make round brooms to flat brooms. And so this is basically just a table broom. It's with a cedar handle, just multicolor. Right now I'm doing the weave on it. And with that, it's just like an over-under.
The Mount Dora Farmers Market has so much to offer. It happens every Sunday from 9 to 2. And you can find all sorts of fruit, vegetables, food in general, but you can also find people like this gentleman that will show you how brooms were made back in the day. So you can not only enjoy the delicious food, the crafts, but you can also learn a little. So let's hear a little bit more about those brooms.
So if it doesn't make me a liar,
Oh, let's see.
don't make me a liar today, not today. There we go. So it's not magic. That's about 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds worth of broom straw. That'll last you 20 years. That's actually my rainbow broom. I have every color that is possibly here. We can take that. This is basically just for making sure it doesn't get messed up. This is actually a cedar handle from Florida. Thank you, ma'am. And this is actually braided the same way. This one had a lot of work. I carved off all the bark on it. And that's actually a $70 broom. But that one doesn't stand up like the other one does.
I was gonna
And
test.
you're gonna test it because I want the natural color. See how it's all natural?
I see, so you
like
want that.
like in the old days, like they had it.
Yeah, look at it. And it's handmade by Steve Gordon. Steve Gordon. Look at this. This is beautiful though. Kettle corn. And then some bread. Hi guys.
Good morning. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Fantastic.
We're hungry. That's what we are. As we were walking around the farmer's market, we were captivated by this delicious aroma that came from a stall with a nice gentleman and a very sweet lady. The gentleman shared with us that his wife loves to cook and share her food with everyone here at the market. We can relate to that, given that we understand that food means so much more than just something you eat. It means connections, it means relationships. That's why we also have our Cook and Learn with Baba and Nano YouTube channel. You should go check it out so that you can learn how to make some delicious things. So you stuff them with banana.
A banana and with it, sweet rice and black bean.
Oh my
And
goodness.
fried it and test it. You see, how did you like it?
And her specialty is the pad thai and her spring rolls. But she just started doing the banana rolls about 6 or 8 months ago.
Oh my God.
Very good, huh?
It's like sweet.
And it's got black beans in it and the rice and the sticky rice, which really, to me, adds a lot of.
But it reminds me of a little bit of this dessert my mom used to make in Colombia.
Yeah.
It's like arroz con leche. It's like, it's sweetness.
Did you know you can use this one when you have ice cream? And
Oh
then
my
cut it
gosh.
in half. Oh, it's a wonderful.
But you can't even taste the beans. That
No.
surprises me.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
Pad thai is very unique.
Have a good one, guys. Bye. See you later. Bye. So now, guys, I have pad thai, I have pastries. I am a sucker for farmers markets, and I end up buying pretty much everything I taste because everything's so yummy and delicious. So maybe we can sit here and enjoy the pad thai and some of the pastries. Here. So now let me tell you about that pad thai. Hands down, the best pad thai that we have ever had. It was absolutely delicious, but it did have a little bit of spice at the end. So we had to get some natural juice to cool ourselves down and to continue enjoying the day. We cannot wait to go back and have more pad thai in the future when we return to Mount Dora.
You want to see how we do this?
Absolutely.
All right, here's how we do this. First thing we're going to do is we start with a lime, a whole lime, then we're going to wedge it. See, we wedge it. Now we're going to get the juice out of it. We're going to smash it.
Wedge and smash.
This is my imitation of Tom Cruise in the movie Cocktail.
Tom Cruise in the movie Cocktail. All right. You're doing better than Tom Cruise. Oh my gosh.
All right, take a sip of that one. See what you
I
think
will
of
too.
that.
It's a good thing I wore a stretchy dress today.
Isn't that yummy too?
Now I don't know which one I like the best. Because this one's sweet.
That-
This one's more refreshing.
That's going to be more tart. That's going to be more sweet.
Oh. So is this like a mango-ish?
Yep, that's our mango salsa, and then we have a
traditional tomato, tomatillo, pineapple, pico de gallo, Peruvian style ceviche, made with corvina, blue crab salad, and then the star of the show is the guacamole.
The guacamole. Oh my gosh, and look at those avocados.
They're gorgeous.
They are gorgeous.
Thank you for playing with me.
Looks beautiful. So colorful. Look at the watermelons there. Even though we had pad thai and pastries, we had a little bit of room for dessert. And we immediately craved some delicious fudge that we saw as we walked right in front of Uncle Phil's Fudge. They had over 25 flavors, but my favorite was dulce de leche. Make sure you check out Uncle Phil's Fudge at the Mount Dora Market. Have you ever been to a farmer's market? Where is your favorite farmer's market? I'd love to hear about it in the comments. And if you haven't been to a farmer's market, I still want to hear from you. Where do you get fresh veggies and fruits? Or is there a place like this around your town? Go ahead and leave me a comment. I'd love to read what you have to say. All right, so let's take a little walk. Let's head towards this side of the lighthouse park. We kind of explored the lighthouse yesterday. Today we want to go a little bit further. A couple of the locals have told us that there's a beautiful boardwalk that we can kind of check out and sometimes see alligators. You know how alligators are. Sometimes they get a little shy, so I'm not sure if we're gonna see any today, but let's go see what it's all about. It's supposed to be a very beautiful, tranquil nature spot. And I'm a lover of boardwalks. They're always so pretty, so let's see what we find. We haven't even started the boardwalk when we have a little gator right here waiting for us. So as you can see, this one's just relaxing there. I don't know, I think it's what, about 4 feet? About 4 feet. Look at that. Moving slowly. Lots of boats already going out on tours. A lot of people already out for Sunday and a lot of fishing too. So we're excited to be here. Bye. They're all saying bye. So by the way, Mount Dora sits on a 184-foot plateau over the sea level, which makes it mountain worthy for Florida. That's where Mount Dora comes from. Now remember, Mount Dora is pretty famous too for the amount of birds. There's a lot of bird watching here. And we've seen a lot of people walking around with cameras photographing them. Look at this big turtle. I told you it could be pure relaxation here in Mount Dora. Just taking the sun, enjoying the day, right by Lake Dora. I am so glad that the locals told us about this boardwalk. It is just absolutely beautiful. You can see all these gorgeous trees, vines. We've seen birds, turtles, alligators, and it's very, very well maintained. Makes for a perfect little stroll. We had that pad thai earlier, so we're walking it up. There is literally so much to see at Palm Island Park. This would be a great place to bring your binoculars, your camera, your video camera, or anything you use to document this walk. And as you can see, most walkways, most boardwalks, most streets lead to Lake Dora. And what's there not to love about it? So this is Old Joe. On Lake Dora, at the turn of the 19th century, an alligator named Old Joe could be seen cruising the waters. The captains of the paddle wheel boats would point out Old Joe, the largest, fiercest, and most respected alligator on the lake. It was said that he would eat not only fish, but also deer and other large animals. Today, when you see an alligator, you're seeing one of Old Joe's offsprings. Like him, they're dangerous and are to be respected. This statue is for your enjoyment, so please leave the real ones alone. So we took a little break at the bakery coffee shop, and during that time we went ahead and booked a last minute tour. So we are getting ready to walk there. We're gonna go ahead and go on just a quick 30-minute tour on Lake Dora. So let's see what we have in store. By the way, don't forget that you can look below for a lot of information and a link to a blog post where we give you much more in-detail information about all of these adventures. Don't forget to check it out. Just look in the description below and click that link. And as you can tell, the farmer's market's still going on quite a bit. So we're gonna go right through it to get back to the yacht club, where we're gonna go ahead and take our boat. Teacher Catalina. Teacher Catalina. Teacher. Like a teacher, I'm a teacher, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And we ate the whole fudge, by the way. Hi. We're good to go?
Michael.
Awesome, thank you. There you go, I was gonna say hi, Michael.
I'm Captain Lewis.
It was the best spot here for
Anywhere where you feel like.
Awesome. So we'll just sit here then too. This is pretty here though. This little area here, it's called Alligator Alley, and it definitely lived up to its name. Look at this little guy. So right now we're gonna go ahead and head towards the Salted Fry, which again, they're pretty famous around here. We kind of wanna grab a snack before we go on our cat boat tour. I always forget what goes first. Is it the cat or the boat? So it actually seems like it's not too packed right now, which is surprising because it's been packed all day. So here's the fries, and it's gotten pretty packed out there actually. So I'm excited to give them a try. They gave us some mayo, and of course I grabbed some ketchup, and I grabbed some blue cheese sea salt. So can't wait to try that. And of course, we are just grabbing a snack before we go on our cat boat tour, which all the people inside, the locals, were just telling me that it's going to be so much fun. And I cannot wait. They're worth it, guys. They're pretty amazing. While we were having our fries here at the Salted Fry, we met a couple that was visiting from Fort Myers. She was a teacher and he was retired from Florida Wildlife. I kind of talked about my fear of alligators, and he told me, oh, you don't have to worry. You only have to really worry at dawn or dusk. Little did he know that we had an activity planned for dusk on that day, and we were on our way to it, and I was thinking about alligators. See, this is what I was talking about. These are the boats, and this is the adventure that we're about to do. And you're only inches away from the water that is filled with alligators. We saw them all throughout the last couple of days. Have you hit the like button? If you haven't, go ahead and hit it. That will help us make it through this adventure.
Here we go. Follow me out to the right. Let me lead the way, because now we're going to have to watch out for boats. We got airplanes that land here from time to time, so they don't always see us. Are you kids ready?
Yes!
All right, here we go. Keep your hands on the steering, remember to keep your hands on the steering. All right, guys, let me lead the way. Let's have some fun. Here we go.
There we go. We're gonna go in.
this big cluster of trees. Behind the cypress trees are in front. Behind it is the pine tree, and at the top of the pine tree is the bald eagle's nest. Now, a lot of times they'll be sitting out on these branches here. I'm trying to listen to see if I hear them. I don't hear them right now, so I don't know if they're out flying around or what. But there is a bald eagle nest there. In fact, there's 12 bald eagle nests on Lake Dora and Lake Square.
So you're probably wondering if we saw alligators during this adventure. And the answer is, right out of the marina, the captain stopped us to see 2 resident gators that live right by the Lakeside Inn. That's how this adventure started. So imagine how the rest went. This is something you definitely don't want to miss. It's exhilarating, it's a different way to see Lake Dora, it's a different viewpoint to Mount Dora from the catboat, and the sunset from your front row seat, it's pretty much indescribable. It's something you definitely have to try out. Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope that you learned about Mount Dora, that it helped you plan your next trip to Mount Dora, or that it helped you kind of see what a trip to Mount Dora would be like. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, I'd love to invite you to subscribe. And don't forget to click that like button. It really helps my channel. Oh, and by the way, if you want to learn Spanish, remember, there's a ton of resources here and also at teachercatalina.com. Muchas gracias and adios.